And
I
you
had
have...
a Wikipedia page up as well.
What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box?
Hello, everybody. It's Unspecific Day at Unspecific Time. It's time for everyone's favourite panel show involving a box and three guests who don't really know how the rules work. It's What's in the Box. My name is Frizz Frizzle. Welcome to my stupid little show. How's your quarantine going? My hair is getting ridiculous. It's interesting. Might have to start cutting it myself. That might be a bonus episode at some point. We've got some fantastic guests for you today joining us. One of them is one of my favourite comedians. I love when we meet up during the Fringe. She is Hailey Boyle. Hello, Hailey.
Hello.
How are
Good
you
morning.
doing?
Good evening where you are. I am just waking up. I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
It's going very well here. It's 6 o'clock where we are, PM. So I also have just gotten out of bed.
Hey!
That's how that works. Are the quarantine rules different where you are, or is it all the same?
You know, I don't really know what the quarantine rules are here because I live in the woods and don't talk to anybody. So
have you only just found out that we're in quarantine?
I think here we just got our shelter-in-place orders on Monday, but I've been sheltering for weeks because I don't like people. So,
well, this show is ideal for you because we are socially distancing as much as we can. Next up is another favourite comedian of mine. Her shows in the past have involved Katie Holmes, a ghost, and a love doll. It is Maddie Campion.
Hey, hello. How are you doing?
Hello. I love. Oh, I'm missing out on the headphones here. I love the headphones party that's going on.
Well, didn't you tell us to wear them?
I did. Well, I've only got earphones, which you can hardly see.
Oh, right. Yes, there is a clear...
Basically, my fat folds camouflage them, so they're stealth. They're stealth headphones. But yeah, I do like them. The big can bunch. That's amazing. How are you, Maddie?
I'm good. I always wear them to double up as earmuffs because I get cold ears. That's fun.
I just like stuff that lights up.
You both got the similar hairstyles as well. I love it.
Well, you said that you were going to wear your hair like this too. So
I'm trying. I am growing it. It will be shoulder length eventually. But the reason why I've booked our next guest is so I don't feel as confident about my hair. It's Jack Gleadow.
Hello.
There he is. Jack Gleadow hosts Jack's Night In on Friday evenings. It's a lovely little variety show filmed entirely in lockdown. But how are you today, Jack?
I'm very well. I feel like we've all got good headphones on, so I've decided to use these ones instead. I don't want to follow the gang, so I'm using the white ones. Yeah, that's
excellent.
That's how we're dealing with this.
As Jack always says on his show every week, white power. We're going to start with round one.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Round one is called What's in the Box. I have a ice cream tub because I'm running out of boxes. I'm going to pull out an item from this box, but before I do, I'm going to ask our guests today what the item's going to be. They will most likely be wrong, but it's up to them to convince me to convince why their answer was the closest. So it's a debating game. Hailey, you are up first. What am I going to pull out of the box?
A ceramic turtle.
Ceramic turtle. I like that. Maddie, you're up next. What am I going to pull out of the box?
Foil.
Foil, just foil. Not as whimsical as ceramic turtles, but foil nonetheless. And Jack Gleadow, what is your guess?
Paul Daniels.
Paul Daniels, the legitimate Paul Daniels is in the box. He could probably fit in this by now.
Probably, yeah.
What I'm going to pull out of the box, it is, in fact, and you're going to kick yourselves, it is a red Sharpie pen. Red Sharpie, which is, it's apt because... it's wrong answers for everyone here. But can you convince me otherwise? Hailey, your guess was a ceramic turtle, I believe.
Yes, which red Sharpie is part of the building of a ceramic turtle, especially if you're doing like a painted slider. You're really going to need that to do the little red marks on the side of his face. Whenever I see a red Sharpie, I immediately think ceramic turtle.
Yes, decoration. That's very good. Maddie, remind me of your guess again.
Foil.
Foil, of course. And you were foiled this time, but why is my red Sharpie akin to some foil?
Because a Sharpie can write on anything. And we all like to write on foil, but we can't all the time. So did that answer your question?
It answers a question, but not the specific one here. But Jack, why is this red Sharpie too much like Paul Daniels than a ceramic turtle or foil?
Because you like that, Paul. You like that red Sharpie, but not a lot.
Is it too late to book anyone else?
It is. It really is.
All right, I've got points to dish out. It's a very quick game, the first game. Jack, that's no points. I'm afraid. No effort
Come
put
on.
into that.
Okay,
Maddie,
famous catchphrase with a red pen and moulding it together.
it wasn't even a pun, Jack. You didn't even.
You didn't ask me to do a pun. If you said come up with a pun, I'll come up with a pun.
Okay, Jack, you've got a chance to come up with a pun involving Paul Daniels and a red pen.
Get back to me in about 45 minutes.
Maddie, I'm giving you 1 point for that because I guess you could write on some foil, but it's not close to foil. Hailey, decorating a ceramic turtle. That's what you could do. Little rosy red cheeks with a pen. Hailey's 3 points. Maddie, 1 point. Jack, you might get a couple points later if you eventually come up with that pun that I'm so deliciously looking forward to. But for now, it's time for round 2.
Sorry, I had this Chewbacca bear that just sat on my mouth.
What a ghost.
What's in the box? What in the box?
Round 2 is called Save the World. In this game, Hailey, you'll be getting an item out of your box for Jack to use. Jack will be getting an item out of his box for Maddie to use. And Maddie will be getting an item out of her box for Hailey to use. The reason why this is called Save the World is because in my box, I have some antibacterial hand gel. It's pink and it's got glitter on. And I believe if everyone in the world had this, it's a lovely sound, some ASMR for you, the world will eventually be saved. It is up to you with the items that you are assigned with to explain why, if every household had this item, why the world would be saved. Okay, Jack is going to go first for this round, which means, Hailey, what is the item that you have assigned Jack?
It is this lovely crystal tiara.
Where did you get that?
At like a Halloween store. I have a whole collection. I have like 8 of them. This is just one I rarely wear around, so I figured let's give it some attention, let it see some daylight.
Does it light up?
It does not, sadly. Not yet, anyway. I haven't finished altering it. You wait.
Okay. Jack, please explain why Hailey's crystal tiara will save the world if everyone had one.
Well, everyone would be equal if we all had a crystal tiara. There'd be different brands of crystal tiara. And if you had one brand, you'd be upper class. If you had the other brand, you'd be lower class. And I think in society, we need that. We need crystal tiaras to kind of bring us all together and make sure that there's no class system in place. So, I don't know what you're going to do with a crystal tiara.
You were doing well until that final outburst. I did like how you said everyone with a crystal tiara would be equal, which means that's why we have to give them better tiaras for the upper class and not so good tiaras for the lower class. But you were doing so well until that hideous outburst.
I'm trying to think of the Paul Daniels pun.
You'll eventually get that. I mean, the points are going to be worth so much. Next up is Maddie, which means, Jack, the item in your box that you've assigned for Maddie is...
A figurine of Harry Houdini attached to a yo-yo.
That's quite macabre. I love it. I love it. Maddie, why is this novelty Harry Houdini, who's obviously hung himself, why would this save the world if everyone in their house owned one of these?
So basically, yo-yos, they're either in fashion or they're really out of fashion. If everyone had a yo-yo with them all the time, then it would collapse social hierarchies because people would neither be cool or uncool. And the Houdini would remind them not to let people punch them in the stomach or throw themselves into water in chains.
Again, we're doing the whole class system here.
Yeah.
Not to wrap yourself in chains and jump in the water.
That is what the loser's going to do at the end of the show. So,
I think that would
Jack
be
is
helpful
not-
for depressives like me.
oh no.
Here, remember, don't accidentally hang yourself, wrap yourself in chains, and jump in the water. And I'd be like, thank you.
That's the famous. I think I read that once in a fortune cookie. Right. Next up is Hailey, which means the item that's going to be assigned to you is from Maddie. Maddie, what is the item in your box?
A little Krang from a Kinder Egg, the villain from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or
No.
Hero Turtles.
I love that. Krang was my favorite as a kid. But Hailey, explain why a little Krang would make the world a better place, why it would save the world.
Because it's the only part of the Ninja Turtles Kinder Egg set I don't have yet.
So are you
Coming
putting
for
the world to
Maddie.
hostage? And
How did you get that Krang? You know why the world would be a better place if we all had one? Because I would not, nobody would be filled with the murderous rage that I have right now, where I want to literally jump through the internet and steal things from someone I've never met. Yeah, I think it would be a much more peaceful place. Wars would be ended because everybody, deep down, all they really want is a teeny tiny Krang they can hold in their hand and take with them when they have to go to the bathroom instead of staring at their phone. Who wouldn't want that? Also, can I just say for the record that I don't know who Paul Daniels is, but if you can't think of a red pen penis joke, we're all fired.
I don't think Paul Daniels has a penis.
not anymore.
I think
What?
He's
Oh, he
dead,
died. Yeah, he's a much like Houdini. It's a very dead magician themed episode. This one.
Oh, is he a magician?
He was, yes, and he had the phrase. Jack, could you say his phrase again?
You like it, but not a lot.
And that's exactly how he said it as
Oh,
well.
that felt awful. I felt like I
Maybe
was
that's what the
embodied by
coroner
him
said.
then.
Yeah, I generally
Maybe
thought you were
that was
possessed. Right, I've got points to give away. Best item, I will say, mainly because of the sheer oddity of it. I'm giving 2 points to Jack for best item because that already hung Houdini is.
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah, where did you get that? Like,
Well, basically, I got a set for it was like a you buy like dolls, don't you? It was a Harry Houdini doll set with like all these ropes and chairs and everything. And then I lost the rope and I wanted something to attach it to my wall to look like it was dangling, so I just used a yo-yo.
Okay. Maddie and Jack, your explanations of making everyone sort of equality and getting rid of class. I'm giving you 2 points each for that. But Hailey, yours was the one, nothing about class or anything, just to end all wars, make everyone calm, everyone owns it, and, you know, everyone needs a Krang in their lives, don't they? They're Krang addicts. You are getting a full fat 3 points there. Fantastic.
I'm the real winner because I actually have a Krang in my life. So
Yeah, but you're the reason why all the wars are starting.
You
Well,
better
Jim-
hope they never reopen the festival, Maddie, because I will wrestle you for that Krang.
That's the show that I want to watch, though. You and Maddie fighting for a Krang. What's the name of that show? Bonus round, everyone. What's the name of the show that Maddie and Hailey are going to do where they wrestle for a Krang?
You like it, not a lot.
Oh, for the sheer determinism, that's a point to Jack. Any other suggestions?
Off-Broadway strip club. It's like we're mud wrestling, but with our clothes on, and probably you're not going to get a boner, but it'll be entertaining.
The Crankton factor.
or
It's like the Krypton factor.
Houdini cranged from a yo-yo.
Houdini cranked from a yo-yo.
Yeah, it's a guys. It's four weeks of being alone. So.
All I can look at right now is how puffy I am. I should have gotten up at least an hour before we did this.
Ooh.
I'm actually super cute in real life. Just know that.
Old Krang sign.
Old Krang sign.
Ah,
Yeah.
That's a pun. That's a point. And Hailey, with your
the big
more
Krang
explanation.
theory.
The big Krang theory.
You guys, I don't do dad jokes.
I've given away far too many points. It's time for round 3.
What's in the box? What in the box?
Our next round is the music round. Today's CD that will be involved in this game of the music round is Cliff Richard, the hit list. Now, Hailey, if you don't know who Paul Daniels is, fuck if you know who Cliff Richards is.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not
Cliff
even
Richard
cool in
is-
the USA, so I don't know anything.
I mean, he is the
Cliff
coolest pop star in this country. So
He's
And then
had a
there's
number
Cliff
one
Richard.
every decade since the 50s, except for this decade and last decade.
Oh wow!
So,
And
but
he has
yes,
a calendar every year.
he does. He
Really
releases a
sexy
Cliff
one.
Richard calendar. He was very much. He tried to be the British Elvis. He sings every year at Wimbledon, which is the reason why Wimbledon's cancelled this year.
What? When is there an opportunity to sing during a tennis tournament? Like when is
Oh,
that?
he
not-
finds a way. Life finds a way.
Okay.
This album of The Hit List celebrates 35 years of Cliff Richard in the music business. Also, this compilation came out in 1994. I, of course, don't expect everyone to know of Cliff Richard's songs, but what I am going to do is read out from the track list of these songs. I'm going to read out 9 of them, so you'll each get 3 each. Some of them will be actual song titles, other ones will be completely made up. In this round that I call Spot the Clifferants. That's a pun. I was so proud of that. So we will start with Maddie in this round. The first song, Lucky Lips. Is that a genuine song on Cliff Richard's hit list, or am I making it up? Lucky
Genuine.
Lips.
genuine.
Genuine is correct. Cliff Richard has a song called Lucky Lips. Next up is Hailey Boyle.
Ooh.
Daddy's Home.
It sounds like Tina Fey made it up, so I'm going to say it's legitimate.
It is legitimate. That is a point
Oh.
for Hailey. Jack, next up. God Up Above.
Oh, see, that's tough because we all know he is religious. Yes, I'm going to say that's legitimate.
God Up Above is not a Cliff Richard song, but you fell for my trap.
I knew I would.
Next up is Maddie. Power Charge. Is Power Charge a Cliff Richard song?
See, I know that there is a song with one of those words in the title because I did GCSE music. So
But this is Cliff Richard. That's not music.
it was one of the questions on the test. It really was. I did GCSE music, and one of the questions was reviewing a Cliff Richard song that had one of those words. So I'm gonna say false, because why would he have 2 songs with the same word in them?
I mean, you're correct. The song was actually Power to All Our Friends.
Yeah, that's a song. That's a song
That was.
I did another.
That is a point. I would love to hear your review of Cliff Richard, Power to All Our Friends.
I still remember the song. It's ingrained in this head.
Sing it, sing it.
It was like power to our friends, to the people who never end. That's it.
Oh, was that the whole song? Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. That's it.
I can imagine
Pretty
the
short.
review was pretty short as well. Next up,
Maddie's killing this round. Holy cow.
well, she went to the Cliff Richard School of young music reviewers.
What
of
was
course.
your review?
Yeah,
What was your review? Did
What
you
the
like it? But not a lot.
Hailey, it is your turn. The song title is Don't Talk to Him.
No, that feels legit.
It is. That was a genuine Cliff Richard song. Oh, I'm really loving this. Jack,
That seems legit to me because I'm writing a book called Fine, Don't Say Hi.
fine, don't say hi. Okay, so don't talk to
Don't
him.
talk to him feels.
Daddy's home. Jack Gleadow, your song title is Gee Whiz, It's You.
You're getting me with these. Gee whiz, it's you. No, I'm going to say it's false.
It's made up.
Yeah.
It's true, I'm afraid. It's track 10 of disc 1. Gee whiz, it's you. Sorry, Jack, you should have gone to the Cliff Richard School of Young Music Reviewers. Maddie, Only on a Saturday.
I'm going to say that's true.
That's false. I made that up. And there's not even a song that's similar to it. I was originally going to write down Only on a Sunday, but I thought, no, I've already done God Up Above. They're going to see through my lies. Oh, I'm loving this. Hailey, Boyle, your song title is Red Flag.
Oh, now I don't even know because I totally thought that Maddie's was legit. Red Flag. He's a male singer. I'm going to say that that's made up.
That is made up. That's completely made up. The song title that was inspired it was Green Light. So
I was saying, men never look for red flags. Men just plow through.
If you met Cliff Richard, you will see the red flags. Jack Gleadow, and the final song title of this round. You haven't scored a single point in this round, but let's see if you can take it. The song title is Some People.
Not a Cliff Richard song.
It is, I'm afraid. That is a Cliff Richard song.
Can I point something out? Maddie,
Yes.
are you sat on your windowsill? Is that a picture of John F. Kennedy?
Yeah, a little.
Now, if that was Cliff Richard, then I would have docked Maddie's
Yeah.
points because clearly she's done some research.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it cost me £5 from a charity shop.
Well, you and Maddie got everything right. Jack got
Do I
everything
get a point
wrong.
for getting nothing wrong? Nothing right, I mean.
No, that's not how game shows work.
Pointless, good.
And on that bombshell, it's time for round 4.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Because obviously the Edinburgh Fringe has been cancelled, and I've got 3 guests who were going to be doing a show, an autobiographical show about famous people. But luckily, tonight on What's in the Box, they are going to show us a snippet of this show using items found in their box. Here is Hailey Boyle with the life of Paul Daniels.
Well, Paul was a huge Muppet fan from the time he was a small child. This is actually one half of his Waldorf and Stadler set. I actually acquired this from his mother. She doesn't know I took it. I was there doing an interview for the show, and yeah, so don't tell her. She'd be furious. But as a Muppet fan, he very much wanted to be part of the Muppets, but because he couldn't actually be a Muppet, he became a magician because he thought he could change himself into a Muppet. Turns out that wasn't exactly true. But as he got older, he became obsessed with Star Wars. And I've represented that here with this Slave Leia mermaid.
Oh, very nice.
Right? I did good detail there, right? I did that while the baby was climbing on me. That is my tribute to his obsession with Star Wars. And that is actually how he became like a stage magician. He was doing sleight of hand when he was just trying to be a Muppet, but then he became a stage magician because he realized that if he ever wanted to do big magic and be able to be in a big Hollywood movie, he'd have to step up his game. And the last item of significance here is this teeny tiny koi pond. Right?
I just saw a mouse, sorry. I got a mouse. Oh no.
totally unrelated. I'm going to pretend though. I'm going to pretend that Maddie was so moved by the koi pond because that's what it seemed like. I thought
It
that
is quite beautiful.
I nearly drowned in a koi pond, and it was just horrid flashbacks going on right there.
See, for Mr. Daniels, the significance wasn't about drowning. It was because he was so sick and goddamn tired of people pulling rabbits out of a hat that he was going to learn how to pull fish out of a hat. Now, he never accomplished this feat, but hopefully someone in the next generation of magicians will carry that torch, and one of these days we will have some sort of underwater magic show hybrid that we can enjoy in Las Vegas and other places around the world.
I would watch that. Right, round of applause for Hailey Boyle there. That was lovely.
It's true as well. It's all in the book. It's all in his book.
Giving you 4 points for that, Hailey. That was very well told.
See, to be fair, I made the mermaid in the koi pond.
Yes, and links in the description below where you can buy them. I'll pop that on afterwards. Next up is Maddie. Please tell us the life story of Katie Holmes.
Okay, so Katie Holmes is a very celebrated actress, and she got her start by wearing shoes as a child with her very big feet that showed just how powerful she was. So these were her first shoes that she wore to nursery. And just then, everyone knew that she had some talent because not many adults can wear shoes like this. She pulled them off as just a mere 3-year-old. When she graduated from kindergarten, she went on to play the role of Annie the orphan. And for this part, this is a beret that she got because a real actress has to wear a beret, and that's the one that she got. Now she probably has a star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame, but this was what could one day be another star. This will one day be on the cement in Oxford Street, and when it's finished, it will say KH, because she deserves it, and that is where that's her story.
Can I ask what that frame is from?
So I decided I was going to be a mosaic artist, and I started, only I didn't work out, so I didn't really put them to the right place. I can't fit anything on there, so it's a half done. And I wrote sexy on it because I was like, yeah, would it be cool if it said sexy? It doesn't fit. So.
That is the prize for the winner of What's in the Box today. It was a heartwarming story. I love the overcoming of adversity with the big feet. I can attest to that. I'm giving you 2 points for
That's
that.
not adversity. Having big feet just gives you better balance. I will tell you right now.
I'll just say as well, I should have an extra point because I've just seen a mouse.
You know what? Sure, that's an extra point.
No,
for seeing a
my
mouse.
next door neighbour's having a bath. I can see that. I'm not telling you. I'm keeping it myself.
Jack, you are telling the life story of Saturday Night host, because obviously you are a variety entertainer yourself. This is the story of Saturday Night host Stephen Mulhern, using the items in your box. And go!
Stephen Mulhern was first interested in magic at a young age when he saw a bunny rabbit being taken out of a hat, and then he realised that bunny rabbit was really a duck. And when he found out that that bunny rabbit was a duck, he was disillusioned and decided to become a TV presenter. When he started being a TV presenter, he spent many years being a TV presenter, and somebody handed him his career. And it was a very good career, which ended with lots of money and success.
Jack, you were very well done in your little prop department, very well and entertaining. And it was my own fault for naming a magician, because clearly you would have had magician related items. You are getting 5 points. 5 points there. And now it's time for round 5.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Round 5 is the Quickfire round, where I ask our guests for their specialist subject and they will list items to the tune of "We Didn't Start the Fire." So the items very quickly to the tune of "We Didn't Start the Fire." Quick fire. Do you get it? I certainly do. And hopefully our guests do as well. What is your specialist subject, Hailey?
Sailing.
Sailing. To the tune of "We Didn't Start the Fire," Hailey Boyle is going to sing a bunch of sailing terms, or objects, I assume.
Halyard rudder, fleet, sheet, centerboard, life jacket, lots of beers, creepy dude, cross the finish line. I drink when I was only 2. Shouldn't let your kids sail. It's a bad choice.
I stopped counting after the mainly because I know that is the sound of a revving engine on a boat, but you've repeated it, so no repetition in this.
I did once write a rap about marijuana, but it was a long time ago, and I don't remember it.
That would have been a great specialist subject. That's our target audience in a nutshell. Next up is Jack with 10 points. All right. So, Jack, what is your specialist subject?
Paul Daniels.
Paul
Let's go with that
Daniels.
one. Yeah.
This is Jack Gleadow singing as many things as he can about Paul Daniels to the tune of "We Didn't Start the Fire."
Newton Edward Daniels, real name, yes it is, not a lot Daniels. I've said that twice.
You have, and we have a no repetition rule. And when 50% of the things that you say about Paul Daniels is his surname, that is, I'm afraid, not very good. And
I had a Wikipedia page up as well. his Wikipedia page up, ready to pick bits. And he had his TV shows there, and my brain went, you can say Daniels again.
Thank you so much for that, by the way, because I was feeling really insecure, but I feel so much better now.
That's what this show is. That's what this show is, making people feel insecure. Maddie Campion, what is your specialist subject?
Just chocolate.
Chocolate. So this is Maddie Campion singing items of chocolate bars, brands, or whatever to the tune of "We Didn't Start the Fire."
Cherries, chocolate, orange, cream egg, Galaxy 12, Galaxy caramel. Play.
That's far too big a put. Yeah, you nearly saved it. You saved it by saying 2 different brands of Galaxy, and then there was a massive pause. So it is time to announce the final scores. In third place with 14 points, it is Maddie Campion.
How did Jack get more points than me in that round? How did that happen?
It wasn't just that, right? It was, all the bonus points that he was demanding and all the bonus points I gave you as well. That's what it says on the red pen score sheet. Anyway, Maddie, you did a glorious job. You did better than most of the guests on the show.
Well,
do you have anything that you'd like to plug?
Do you know what? I brought these along. I don't have anything to plug, really, but an item that I haven't used that I did have in my box, I'll plug that. A box of my childhood teeth.
Oh, how lovely.
Okay. That was Maddie Campion, everyone. This is a weird episode. In second place with 15 points, it is Jack Gleadow.
Boo.
Jack, whilst you're there, do you have anything to plug?
Abracared marker. That's Paul Daniels' magic word.
And that's Jack Gleadow.
Losing points.
Losing point with 13. So in second place is Maddie with 14 points. Have you got anything to plug, Maddie?
Yeah, follow me on Twitter or on Instagram where I do psychic readings. I'm at Diary of a Maddie for either.
So, Diary of a Maddie. All the links will be in the description below. Her psychic readings are absolutely amazing. Sorry, Jack, commiserations, third place with 13 points. Have you anything to plug?
Yes, every Friday I do a variety comedy show, which is just me ranting, raving, sat in the bath. It's just like something fun to do while EastEnders isn't on. Again,
links in the description below. And our winner with 18 points, it is Hailey Boyle. Already crowned achiever. Have you anything to plug, Hailey?
Guys, thank you for this. I really wanted to win. I'm very competitive, and I would have been really sad if I didn't win. I have a couple things to plug. Yes, I'm a comedian, but we're on lockdown, so the things that I'm plugging are not comedy related. I have started making miniatures and jewelry and scenes and dioramas and crap. So if you want to follow on Facebook or if you want any of that stuff, it is Hailey Made, MAID, like a mermaid, miniatures, Facebook. Also on YouTube, I've been doing a mental health vlog. I hate saying vlog, called Full Frontal Lobe with Hailey Boyle. If you want to subscribe to that, it's basically me crying into the camera and then talking about how to rescue yourself from a panic attack and lots of juicy details. So
excellent. That's Hailey Boyle. And a round of applause. A round of applause for all our guests today. We had Hailey Boyle, we had Maddie Campion, and we had Jack Gleadow. Now, can you all wave at the camera for 23 seconds as I play the end credits music? Bye, everyone.
Thanks for having us, Chris.
Watching the ball.